Welcome guys in yet another lecture of Python programming series. In this lecture we'll start while loop. We have seen for loop, for else loop, another attributes of for loop, how to use for loop, when to use for loop. We saw 2 or 3 programs using for loop. So from this lecture we'll start while loop and see how it is different from for loop and what are the basic attributes of while loop. So I have created the Jupyter file. Let's start with this. So this is while loop in Python, and this is a program which was asked by Wipro in 2019 in some engineering college in technical interview question. Although the program was asked in a statement format, I have for simplicity purpose just converted that statement into this tabular format. Okay, so the basic question was to print this table. Okay, so whenever you are asked to print a series or some mathematical thing like this table, there is always a pattern and you have to search for that pattern. So if you'll see this, there are 2 numbers, they are getting multiplied and the result is getting generated. And if you vertically see this, these 2 numbers are decrementing, they are decreasing, 5 4 3 2 4 3 2 1, and you have to keep them decremented until both of them are above 0. See, there are both numbers above 0. 2 into 1 equal to 2, and you don't have to go further. 1 into 0 equal to 0. So let's start doing this. Let's take 2 numbers a equal to b, and let me take these 2 numbers 5 comma 4. Okay, now if a and b, why I am using and, because I want both these conditions to be true, and that true condition is if both numbers are greater than 0. So if both numbers are greater than 0, then I have to print 5, that is a, and I have to print 4, that is b. Okay, but in this format I have to get multiplied, so I will use x sign for multiplication. It will just show multiplication. It is not actually multiplying, it is just depicting that cross sign here, a cross b, comma, I will use this equal to sign. Just I am writing this thing to just to write in this manner only. This will print a into b equal to, and then I need to multiply these things, so I am writing another variable c, and this c will be a into b. Okay, so let's see what's happening now. So first line has been printed, 5 into 4 equal to 20. Do remember this is x sign, this is not multiplying, and I have put this into quotes. This is just representation of multiplication sign. You know that anything within quotes will be printed as it is, so that's what it's doing. Now what I need to decrement these 2 values, 5 and 4. So let me use the assignment operator, a minus equal to 1. This will decrement a by 1, and this will decrement b by 1. And if I print this using shift enter, okay, nothing will happen because I am using if conditions. Now if is something which is executed for once only, and I want to execute this thing many times. So what can I do? Let's copy this thing, Control C and A1 enter, Control V. Okay, and let me just rearrange this thing now. I want this A and B, Control X, just place it here, Control V, just a little more indentation also. Okay, now let's run this, shift enter. Now I am getting 5 into 4 equal to 20, 4 into 3 equal to 12. Similarly, if I now select these 5 lines, Control C, enter, Control V, and run, so I am getting this thing now. But at what cost? I have to use multiple if statements. It will take more memory, it will consume more lines, it will take more time, execution speed will be less, and as a good programmer this will not be an efficient method. And one more thing, these are 5 lines only, 4 lines only. What if there were 100 lines or 1000 lines? How many times you have to copy paste that if statement? That is the limitation of using if. To avoid this, what we can do, instead of using if, we need to use loop. And how to use that, let's see now. Okay, Control C, I am copy pasting this and I am pasting this here, Control V. Now what I will do, just remove this line. So this was what we were expecting from if. Now only I have to remove this if and write here while, and let's see what will be the output. So now it's working perfectly. So what is happening here, if we compare this thing to if executes when this condition becomes true, and this is exactly similar to while executes when the given condition is true. So this condition is true, it start executing and it will execute until the condition becomes false. In if, the same thing happens, but only for one iteration, you can say. So if you see here, I have written something here. While loops are used to execute a block of codes repeatedly. This is the basic difference between if and while. If will also run the code for true condition, but for only once, not repeatedly. And even if the first condition is not true, the while loop won't execute at all. So this is the basic difference between if and while. While loop belongs to indefinite iteration category, in which the loop repeats for unknown number of times as the number of iterations are not known. Okay, so this is a difference between for loop and while loop. In while loop, it will execute for true condition. It didn't have any condition till when it has to iterate. And to give that ending condition, suppose in this program we are writing these 2 lines. What these 2 lines are doing, suppose I am not printing these 2 lines, what will happen now? Okay, now what is happening, 5 into 4 equal to 20 is good. It will print that it didn't have any decrement or increment value, but it will print this up to infinity because there is no ending condition, no deadline we are giving to while loop. So while loop didn't know how when to stop iterating. This is the problem with while loop, and this has created an infinite loop, and it will terminate by using Control plus C. And it depends on the compiler on which you are working at. I am working in Jupyter. I will go to this kernel and I will restart and clear this output to avoid this situation. It will take a moment. Till then, you have to remember this infinite loop condition, because in while loop there is no mentioning in the syntax when you have to stop. You have to explicitly define. When you have to stop. And what I am defining here, this is the condition when you have to stop. And what it is doing, a and b is greater than 0. So it will work for a and b is greater than 0. When this will encounter this line, it will see, okay, now I have to decrement. So a minus 1, b minus 1, again a minus 1, again b minus 1. A time will come, then this decrement will become equal to 0 and then will become less than equal to 0, and that is the stopping condition or false condition for this while loop. So you have to take care of this thing. Also, if you write simply while true, and print something, say Python. So this is also an infinite loop condition. You are not giving anything here, just you are writing true. So while loop just want the true condition and it will start executing, and it will start executing this thing to infinity. Sometimes you can also write 1 while 1, this 1 is not number 1, this is boolean 1, and this boolean 1 represents logic high or true condition. So you may find in some tutorial they write 1, they write true. So it's always better to define the conditions, define the limiting condition till when your while loop wants to execute. Okay, so this was for this tutorial only about while loop. In the next lecture we will see some programs using while loop, and similar to for loop, for else is there, here also while else is also present. And in next lecture we will see how to use while else loop with break, how to use while else with continue. Till then, thank you for attending this lecture, and keep commenting if you have any doubt. Keep practicing. Meet you in next lecture. Thank you.